student athletes, coaches, and spectators at all HSS High School today. Preparing you with ready remarks and intimidating actions directed at officials, coaches, competitors,
well, good evening, everybody, and welcome inside the Van Ness Arena inside the Huffman Center here on the beautiful Darlington School campus as we get ready for high school hoops on a Friday night. Doesn't get any better than that, and we got a great matchup coming up for you. Two of them for the price of one, absolutely free if you're watching the live video stream tonight. Super glad to be with you. Darlington Lady Tigers will take on the Dade County Lady Wolverines in the first game of the evening. We did have a JV game that took place just before we got ready for this basketball game, and it was a successful one for Darlington's JV girls team. They would win over Dade County 46-8. Your final score had a shortened 5-minute fourth quarter. So congratulations to the Darlington Lady Tigers JV team for picking up a dominant victory over Dade County earlier in the evening. We're about 1 minute away from game time, and we'll tell you a little bit about the matchup that we've got for you this evening. Of course, your Darlington Lady Tigers having a stellar season so far, 11-3 overall. They are dominating in Region 7A Division I so far with a 4-0 record, averaging about 54 points a game. Meanwhile, playing great defense as well, 32.5 points against per game. The Dade County Lady Wolverines, they've had a bit of a struggle so far the first half plus of the season. They are 3-9 overall, 2-2 in Region 7A Division I. They have lost their last 4 games, so they're looking to try to get off the snide here tonight against a really seasoned, veteran-laden team in the Darlington Lady Tigers. So again, Darlington Lady Tigers, Dade County Lady Wolverines coming up here on the live stream. Of course, I mentioned Darlington's coach is Samantha Rush. Dade County Lady Wolverines, their head coach is Regina Logan. We're going to have the national anthem, then we'll give you the starting lineups, and we'll get underway here from inside the Huffman Center.
Let us pray. Father God, we come before you. Thank you so much for the opportunity to compete. We ask that you keep each and every single player safe, free from harm. Allow them to do the best they possibly can and give you all the glory. We ask all this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Another wonderful job of the national anthem, and we are just about ready to go. We'll give you the starting lineups of tonight's teams, and then we'll get things underway here inside the Van Ness Arena on the Darlington School campus. More fans filing into the gym as we get ready for game time here in just a few minutes. Hope that everybody had a wonderful holiday and Christmas season. And just want to wish everybody a happy new year. It's hard to believe that we're already at the 6th of January. This month's going to be in the books before you know it and be headed to region tournament time. But we'll give you the Dade County Lady Wolverines starting 5. We'll start with number 12, Allie Thompson. Then it's number 13, KK Castleberry. Number 24, Andy Norwood. Number 40, Brooklyn Conrad. And then the 5th starter here for Dade County Lady Wolverines in the basketball game is going to be Caitlin Stinnett. And that is your starting five here for the Dade County Lady Wolverines. Their head coach again is Regina Logan. Now we'll give you the starting lineup here for the Darlington Lady Tigers, and we'll get things underway from inside the Van Ness Arena. We're going to start with Darlington Lady Tigers. Their head coach is Samantha Rush. She's done a fantastic job over the last couple of seasons at the helm of the varsity team. We're going to start with number 2, Allie Cordell. She is a senior for the Darlington Tigers this year. Number 3, Emma Hunt, a sophomore, in the starting lineup tonight for your Darlington Lady Tigers. Number 4, Caroline Brewster, a senior. Number 24, Sophie Shoemate, a senior. And then rounding out the starting five this evening for the Darlington Lady Tigers is going to be number 34, Jai Johnson, a senior. And noticeably absent here from the starting lineup tonight is Jordana Dempsey, a senior. And I saw her walking around with a boot. I'm not sure. I've been out of the loop for the last couple of weeks during the holiday season, so I'm not sure of the nature of her injury, but she is not dressed out to play today. But 8 minutes on the clock, and we are just about to get underway as 2 players in the circle here to tip this thing off. Jai Johnson for Darlington. The tip is going to go to Dade County. They're going to open up on offense, bringing it out. It's going to be Stinnett. Now she's going to pass it to a teammate as they cross the center court stripe, fires it off the left wing side, dribbles up top. Dade County filling out this Darlington defense. She'll pick up her dribble, fires it to the right wing side, losing the handle. Dade County retains possession of the ball. They fire it down to the baseline. Nice pass underneath. Shoots, scores. That was Stinnett picking up the first bucket of the game. It's 2-0. We've played 30 seconds of this one. Darlington brings it back the other way. They work it to the top of the key, firing it right. There's a long three-point look. That one's going to go off of the rim. Rebound's going to be taken by Dade County and Stinnett. Her teammates will bring it up the floor. They go off to the left wing side. Dribbling with it is Thompson. Thompson on the left wing, now fires it back up top. They go cross court to the right wing. Dade County's working from right to left. Now they dribble baseline. Ball is going to be stolen away by Emma Hunt, the sophomore. She'll bring it up the floor. Dribbles off to the right wing side as they cross over. Now they work it around the perimeter up top. Backing her way in as Jai Johnson kisses it off the glass and scores. That's the first bucket of the game for Darlington. We're tied at 2. 6:45 left to go here in the opening quarter. The Wolverines will bring it up the floor. A little bit of pressure here from the Tigers defense. Dade County Wolverines across center court stripe. They've got their maroon and gold uniforms on. Dade County with the basketball, dribbling between the circles. With the basketball in her hands is Allie Thompson. Still dribbles between the circles, now drives off to the right wing side, being guarded by Johnson. They try to get down low. They get it to the baseline down on the low block. Now back out to the right wing side. Ball is nearly poked loose, and that's going to be a turnover from Dade County. And it's coming back to the Tigers. So inbounding the ball here for Darlington is Caroline Brewster, the senior. She'll feed it in to Emma Hunt. Hunt across the center court stripe, fires right. Now back up to the top of the key. Wide open three, and that was going to be too strong off the back of the rim. Ball's going to be poked loose and out of bounds by Dade County, so it's staying with the Tigers. Tied up at 2 apiece. We've played 2 minutes and 2 seconds of this one. 2 games for you tonight. We'll have a boys game coming up around 7:30 at the conclusion of this one. There's a long three-point look. Can't get it to go. Rebound goes to Dade. They'll bring it up the floor. Caitlin Stinnett is going to leave it off for Allie Thompson. Thompson dribbles across the center court stripe. Now fires it to the right wing side. Now back between the circles they go. They work it around, and that's going to be a traveling called against the Dade County Wolverines. It's coming back to the Tigers. Tigers will bring it up the floor. Now they pass it off to the left wing side, back up top. Now they go into the paint, puts up the shot that's too strong off the backboard. Jai Johnson's there, gets the rebound though. Now they work it back around the perimeter. We got some subs into the game here for Darlington. We'll catch their names in just a couple of moments. And that's going to be an offensive foul that goes against Darlington. It's coming back to Dade County. As we mentioned to you in our very brief pregame, Dade County has struggled so far this season with a 3-9 record. They've lost their last 4. but they've come here to compete here early in this game tonight. 5:18 left to go in the first quarter. The Wolverines will try to get it up the floor, greeted by a little bit of pressure. Now they go off to the left wing side towards the low block, kick it back out to the left. A bounce pass inside. She'll post up, turns, shoots, and scores. That was Brooklyn Conrad, one of the original starters here in the game for Dade County. And Dade is out to a 4-2 lead with 4:53 left to go in the first quarter of the ball game. Darlington with it, dribbling around a screen. Now they kick it back out, going into the paint, shooting just in front of the free throw line was Caroline Brewster. It's a miss. Here comes Dade County back the other way. Darlington having a little bit of trouble getting into an offensive rhythm in this game so far. Dade County with the basketball. There's a three-point look, and that one's going to miss everything. She stepped. I thought she had stepped on the baseline. We're going to have a timeout called by Samantha Rush, it looks like, as we get subs into the game here for Dade County. So we're going to take the break as well. 4:23 left to go in the opening quarter. Dade County on the road, on top 4-2 over the Tigers. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Most affordable bachelor's degree in Northwest Georgia is right here at Georgia Highlands College. High quality and career focused. That's what you can expect at GHC. Apply today at highlands.edu.
West Georgia Media, glad to be with you tonight. Bringing you some Darlington basketball, and right now Darlington trails 4-2 with 4:23 left to go in the first period. And Coach Rush just called a timeout, trying to get everybody on the same page. They've looked a little bit out of rhythm, a little out of sync on offense. And let's see what they'll dial up here as we begin and resume play. They're going to bounce pass inside. Shot is up. That's going to be too strong. Rebound's going to go to Darlington. Caroline Brewster came down with that one. She's across center court with it. Dribbles right to the low block. Puts it up off the glass. It won't go. Rebound's going to go to Dade. So a one-and-done trip here for the Tigers. Allie Thompson's got the ball for the Wolverines. She's across the center court stripe, dribbling close to the sidelines. And that's going to be a turnover. So the ball's coming back to the Tigers. On the floor right now for Darlington, you're going to have Caroline Brewster. Also, Emma Hunt just checked into the game was Mia Curley, as well as Sophie Shoemate on the floor and Jai Johnson. Tigers will bring it up the floor, dribbling off the left wing side with it is Allie Cordell. They work it around to the right wing side, now back up top. On the left wing they go. Good ball movement right now from Darlington, trying to set up some open looks against a Dade County defense that's playing extremely well here for the first half a quarter. Jai down low. Nobody picked her up as she went inside, and she's able to grab a pretty easy bucket to tie up the ball game. 4 apiece between Dade County and Darlington. 3:33 left to go here in the first quarter of the ball game. Bringing up the floor here for the Wolverines is Norwood. They got her trapped over on the far side. Ball's loose on the floor. It stays with Dade. A battle ensues. And it looks like we're going to have a whistle from the official, and the Tigers will get ready to inbound the ball in between the scorer's table and the Darlington bench. Darlington working from left to right. They're going to feed it into Allie Cordell. She's across the center court stripe, leaves it off for Emma Hunt, drives up top, hands it off to Jai Johnson. Now back around the left wing side to Hunt. Good ball movement from Darlington. They work it to the right wing. Driving the baseline is going to be Jai Johnson. Attempts the reverse layup, misses, and a jump ball is going to be forced underneath the basket. This time the possession arrow is pointing in the Lady Wolverines' direction. So they will get ready to inbound the ball and bring it up the floor, greeted by some pressure here from the Lady Tigers. They've got a young lady trapped and forcing another jump ball, and this time the arrow is in Darlington's direction. So the Lady Tigers are set to inbound the ball on their side of the floor, and they will do so in front of the Dade County bench. To trigger it in motion's Emma Hunt. Now over in the corner after the inbound pass, she puts up a three-point shot, misses, too strong. Rebound's going to be taken by Dade, and Caitlin Stinnett is going to bring it up the floor. Nope, she's going to give it off to Woodward, and she'll go across the center court stripe, slows down, dribbles across the Tiger Paw at center court, spins around at the top of the key, leaves it off for a teammate. That's Stinnett. Dade County with the basketball, trying to get some movement here to get some looks against this Darlington defense. 4 apiece. We're tied up with 2:28 left to go here in the first quarter. Dade County with the basketball, and a jump ball is going to be called. It's going to stay with Dade County this time. So the Wolverines will get ready to inbound the ball over in front of the Darlington bench. To trigger things in motion is going to be Andy Norwood. Norwood surveys the floor looking for a teammate, and she will get it into number 21, Gross, working towards the low block. They kick it back out around the perimeter, and that's going to be a shot clock violation and a turnover for Dade County, so it's coming back to the Tigers. And that's one of the things that, you know, all teams this year in the state of Georgia are having to remind themselves about, is the shot clock and the awareness that you have to have regarding that. There's a long shot on the other end for the Tigers, having a hard time on the perimeter shots and getting the lid off the basket. Ball goes out of bounds. It's coming, I believe it must have been last touched by Dade County, so it's going to stay with the Tigers with 2:01 left to go in the first quarter with things knotted up at 4 apiece. Tigers take the inbound pass. They try to feed it inside to Johnson. One pass too many. It's picked off. Dade County's going to bring it back the other way, and they're going to move pretty quick. Now they're across the timeline over on their offensive side of the floor. We're going to have a whistle and a foul. I believe it's going to go against Emma Hunt. Checking into the game for the Tigers is going to be Sophie Shoemate. Checking out is Emma. And Dade County set to inbound the ball in front of the Darlington bench. They trigger it into Gross. Now with it at the free throw line, they kick it back out to the right wing side. Dade County with the basketball with things tied up at 4 apiece. 1:35 left to go here in the first quarter of the basketball game. Lady Wolverines still with the ball. They get it down towards the low block, dribbling baseline. Now they kick it out. The left wing side loses the handle and the ball rolls out of bounds. Over on the sidelines here on the near side. So Darlington's going to get the ball back with 1:25 left to go in the opening quarter of the basketball game. Bringing it up the floor is going to be Allie Cordell. She's going to leave it off for her teammate Shoemate. Now on to Jaja Johnson. A bounce pass out around the perimeter. There's a three-point look, high arcing shot. That one won't go. Long rebound's going to be taken by Dade County, and a foul is going to be called against Darlington. Substitution into the game now for Dade. Checking back in is Allie Thompson. Leaving the game temporarily is going to be Andy Norwood. And we get ready for Dade County to inbound the ball. Caitlin Stinnett is set to trigger things in motion here for this Dade County offense. Defense already back here for Darlington. We're tied up at 4 apiece with officially 1 minute left now of the first quarter. Dade County across the timeline. Now they dribble off to the left wing side. Dribbling back up towards the top of the key. She'll pick up her dribble, needs help. Finds Stinnett. Stinnett now fires off to a teammate. They work it all the way around to the right wing corner. Now Dade County dribbles into the paint, puts up the shot. It is missed. And a whistle and a foul is going to go, I believe, against Darlington. I think they got Caroline Jordan. Nope, it was not on Darlington. It was on Dade County. So Darlington set to inbound the basketball. Set to trigger it in is Caroline Jordan, the sophomore. We're all tied up at 4 apiece with 40 seconds left on the clock here in the first quarter of this basketball game. Jaja Johnson across the timeline, leaves it off for Shoemate on the left wing side. Now back to Jaja, puts up the shot. A long shot, wasn't in three-point range. Dade County set to inbound the ball. 25 seconds left on the clock here remaining in this first quarter. Stinnett's going to bring it across the center court stripe. And that's going to be a turnover on Dade County. So we get ready for Caroline Brewster to trigger things in motion here for the Tigers. She's going to find Jaja Johnson in the backcourt with 18 seconds left to go. Shot clock turned off. Now down to 15 seconds. Shoemate with it, picks up her dribble, fires it back out around the perimeter. A three-point look. That one won't go. Jordan's there for the rebound, turns. The putback won't fall, but she earns a trip to the charity stripe. This is going to be the first free throws of the basketball game for either team. So Caroline Jordan at the stripe with 6.7 seconds left on the clock in the first quarter. A low-scoring affair so far. First free throw on the way. That one is right through. So that's her first point of the game. That gives Darlington the lead. 5-4 is your score with 6.7 seconds left here in the first quarter. Caroline Jordan standing at the free throw line with one more attempt now on the way, and that one's going to go through as well. So she makes them both, and that gives Darlington a 2-point lead, largest lead of the game for either team. And it's been a tight battle here of the defensive effort by both teams, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter with your score. Darlington on top, 6-4 over Dade County. We're going to step out for 1 minute. We'll be back for the start of the second quarter after these messages.
Most affordable bachelor's degree in Northwest Georgia is right here at Georgia Highlands College. High quality and career focused. That's what you can expect at GHC. Apply today at highlands.edu.
Arena. We're here on the Darlington School campus tonight. Darlington Tigers basketball on the YouTube stream and the Darlington YouTube channel, produced by Northwest Georgia Media. Glad to be with you tonight for the game. Right now, Darlington on top, but narrowly 6-4. Jaja Johnson backs her way into the paint, puts up the shot, misses. And again, Darlington's really struggled to get into an offensive rhythm in this game. They've taken a lot of perimeter shots in the game. Haven't been able to get the lid off the basket there. Kind of a wild shot on the other end by Dade County is missed, but the referee blows the whistle. It's going to go against Dade, and it's coming back to the Darlington Lady Tigers. But if Darlington can start making a few of these perimeter shots, then we're going to be looking at a different game here. Bringing up the floor is Darlington. They're across the timeline. They fire off to the right wing side. Surveying the floor is Brewster, looking for a teammate. She'll drive to the low block, backs off a defender, puts up the shot. That's short off the front of the rim. They're missing shots inside as well. Just a little out of sync tonight. Dade County with the basketball, driving towards the baseline. Nope, they'll keep it out around the perimeter. Ball poked loose and out of bounds. Good hands by Jaja Johnson to knock that one loose. And it's going to roll all the way down the floor. And it'll be picked up by Dade County Lady Wolverine, handed over to official to get set to inbound the ball in front of the scorer's table. Dade County's working from right to left. They're going to trigger it into the backcourt to Allie Thompson. She'll bring it across the center court stripe and the logo. Now dribbles off towards the right wing. She's going to lob one over to the left wing side. Driving towards the lane is going to be KK Castleberry, and a whistle's going to be blown that's going to go against Darlington. And they're going to get Allie Cordell with that one, it looks like. So we'll see Dade County inbound the ball here momentarily. They'll feed it in. Dade County's got the ball, trailing by 2 points here on the road, playing at Darlington. Now they dribble off towards the right wing side, got her trapped in the corner. Ball goes out of bounds on a Darlington player, so it's going to stay with Dade County. They'll get set to inbound the ball right beside the Darlington bench. So Dade set to trigger it in. They feed the ball in to Andy Norwood. She'll spin around, loses the handle, ball's poked loose. It's going to stay with Dade, though. 6:35 left to go. They'll dribble towards the baseline, walk in the tightrope. I don't see how she stayed in bounds there. There's a long three-point shot, and it was waved off. She didn't make the shot either, but it was a shot clock violation on Dade County, their second of the game, and we get ready for Darlington to inbound in front of their bench. To trigger it in is Sasha Wood. She'll get it into Emma Hunt, who's going to bring it across the center court stripe. Gives it off to the right wing. Now back up top. There's Wood for three on the way. In and out. It won't go. Lid still on the basketball. It's going to be picked up. That's a steal for Dade County and number 24, Andy Norwood. Dade County's got the ball between the circles. Now to the right wing side. They try to get it underneath. Lost control of the pass. It's picked off by Darlington. Bringing it up the floor is Emma Hunt. She'll fire to the right wing side, and Wood now back on to Hunt for a three-point shot. That is going to go in and out and in. Emma Hunt knocks down a three here for the Tigers, and it's 9-4, a 5-point lead, biggest lead of the game. But returning the favor on the other end, this time on a two-point shot, is going to be Allie Thompson, and that is going to notch her first basket of the game. And now the score moves to 9-6. We got a timeout on the floor. We're going to take a timeout as well. Tigers on top, 9-6, 5:40 left, second quarter. We're back in 30 seconds. Welcome back to Darlington Tiger basketball night here on the YouTube stream. I want to take an opportunity when we get a moment to recognize the video crew for tonight. We'll give you their names in just a second, but right now Darlington with the basketball leading by 3 points. They work the perimeter, now on the left wing side. They're getting it down low. Shoemate kicks it back out to Wood. She turns, fires up a three, and that one is good. And actually that was a two. So Sasha Wood in her first basket of the game moves it back to a 5-point lead here for Darlington, 11-6 with 5:12 left to go. Dade County takes it the other way. Ball is going to be knocked loose by Darlington, so it's going to stay with Dade. And getting ready to set things in motion is Allie Thompson here for the Lady Wolverines. Looks around the floor, finds a teammate, couple of passes. Now they got it out around the perimeter. Now they work it to the left wing side. Bounce pass inside. She'll back her way in. Turn, shoots. That's going to be left short. There to get the rebound is Jordan. Bringing it back up the floor is Darlington. Shoemate's got it. Quickly on the other side. She'll stop. Fires it into Jordan. Turn, shoots, and that one rattles in. Caroline Jordan picks up her second basket, and Darlington's got their largest lead of the game, now leading it by a score of 13-6, and is starting to accumulate a little bit of rhythm here on offense. And if this trend continues, I can really see Darlington start to take control of this basketball game. Darlington comes into the night with an 11-3 record, and when you look back over the course of the season, their only losses, I'll tell you in just a couple of moments, going to have a whistle that went against Darlington. So Dade County set to inbound the ball. They trigger it in, go across the timeline, and move it pretty quickly into the paint. There's a shot off the glass and in. That was Andy Norwood with the basket. She drew the foul as well, so she's got an opportunity for the old-fashioned three-point play. Standing at the charity stripe right now. Again, Norwood picking up her first basket of the game. Free throws on the way. That's going to bang hard off the back of the rim. Long rebound taken by Darlington. Tigers will come back the other way with it and slow up. There's a long three-point look. That one's going to go high off the rim, off the top of the backboard, and out of bounds. Only losses so far of the season for Darlington. They would lose in the semifinals of the Rome News Tribune, the Seven Hills Rotary Christmas Basketball Tournament, a 9-point loss to Rome, which is an excellent basketball team, a 6A school. They would lose to Pickens, which is also a higher classified team, as well as Dawson County. So they have only lost to some really, really good teams out of higher classifications. been a very successful season for Darlington so far this year. We're about halfway through the second quarter of the game. Darlington leads it by 5. 13-8 your score. Tigers with the basketball. Ball is nearly stolen away, but Darlington's able to hang on to it. And a whistle's going to be blown against the Tigers. So set to trigger it in is going to be Caitlin Stinnett here of Dade County with 4:13 left to go here in the second quarter of play. She'll fire it in. Crisp pass to Norwood. Bringing it up the floor. Stinnett is going to pass it across the court now to Jenkins. Jenkins hands it off to a teammate. It ends up back in the hands of Norwood. Trying to dribble around a defender. She backs into the paint. Picks up her dribble ball. It's going to be poked loose. Sasha Wood gets in there. Nearly picks it off. We're going to have a whistle. More substitutions into the game here for Dade County. We'll give you a check on who's on the floor for both teams coming up in just a couple of moments. But we've got wholesale substitutions right now from Dade County. And one of the things that Dade County's coach, Regina Logan, is trying to do, they've got a lot of players on the roster, so she's trying to keep fresh legs out on the field in order to try to keep up with Darlington's athleticism in this basketball game. Norwood set to fire it in. Surveys the floor. Gets the ball in bounds. Now drives up towards the top of the key. Backs her way in. Puts up the shot, and it's through. Andy Norwood knocks down another one. Her second basket of the game. That cuts it back to a three-point ball game. Johnson backs her way into the paint. Then kicks it out. There's a long shot. That's going to be left short. Rebound's going to be taken by Dade County, and then Darlington's going to come in and force a jump ball. Possession arrows with Darlington this time, so we'll get ready for the Tigers to inbound the ball. Sasha Wood set to trigger it in here for the Tigers. So on the floor right now for the Tigers, you've got Sasha Wood, as we just mentioned, Jaja Johnson. Also Jordan's out there. Right now with the basketball is Dixon. They get off to the right wing side. There's Wood. That's going to be too strong. Misses everything on that one. Rebound's going to be taken by Dade County with 3:19 left to go in the first half, with the Tigers leading it narrowly 13-10. Lady Wolverines will back their way in towards the paint. They try to pass it underneath. Ball's going to be poked loose, but a whistle's going to be called against the Darlington Lady Tigers. So inbounding the ball underneath their own basket is going to be the Dade County Lady Wolverines with 3:08 left to go. Substitutions into the game here for the Tigers. Checking back in, you're going to have Sophie Shoemate as well as Caroline Brewster. And Wolverines get it in off the inbound pass, try to shoot. Shot's blocked. Another blocked shot. Ball's going to be poked out of bounds here by Darlington, so it's going to stay with Dade County. But a good sequence there on defense there for the Tigers. Dade County set to fire it in. They're going to bounce pass underneath. Off the inbound pass, the shot is up and through for Adeline Gross. Her first basket of the game, and it's a one-point ball game. 13-12. Darlington leads it by 1. Jaja Johnson on the other end goes up and is going to be fouled, so she's going to go to the free throw line. So Johnson at the stripe for the first time of the basketball game. She's got 4 points in the game here for the Tigers. So she's got a third of their points at this point, and she makes the first free throw, gets ready for a second, and Darlington now back out to a 2-point lead, 14-12 with 2:51 left to go in the second period. Jaja at the free throw line. Second shot on the way. That was going to bang hard off the front of the rim. Rebound's going to be taken by Dade County, and immediately the whistle's going to be blown against the Tigers. So we get ready for Dade County to inbound the ball and bring the ball up the floor with 2:49 left to go here in the first half, with the Tigers leading it 14-12. Dade County across the timeline with it. They go right with it. There's a long three-point shot in and out. Putback won't go. Ball is going to pinball off a couple of players. It stays with Dade. There's a three-point look. That one's going to bang hard off the back of the rim. Dade County comes out with another offensive rebound. Ball's loose on the floor. A battle ensues. And we're going to have a jump ball. And right before we resume play, there's going to be substitutions into the game here for Dade County. Again, constantly making adjustments in the lineup, keeping fresh legs out on the floor. So the Wolverines will inbound the ball on their side of the floor. They get it out around the perimeter immediately. Now fired off the left wing side. Jacks up a three, and that is through. What a nice shot there from Allie Thompson, and great ball movement. Credit where credit's due there for Dade County. They take the lead, 15-14, their first lead in a long time. 2:04 left to go in the first half. Darlington with the ball. There's a long shot. That one's going to roll off the rim. Rebound's going to be taken by Dade County. Darlington player, I believe Shoemate, got popped in the nose there by a Dade County player. Now that wasn't Shoemate. That was actually Curley. She took a shot. There's no doubt about it. So on the floor right now for Darlington, you're going to have Caroline Brewster, Caroline Jordan, Sasha Wood, also Presley Dixon, and then Sophie Shoemate. Going to have free throws coming up here for Dade County. Going to the free throw line is going to be Andy Norwood. She scored 4 points. All four of her points have been here in the second quarter. Dade County leads this by 1. Checking into the game here, I believe for the first time of the evening, is going to be Emma Grace Wood, a sophomore for Darlington. She'll check in for Caroline Brewster. Shot is on the way. That one's high off the back of the rim. Won't go. Jordan's there for the rebound. Darlington's going to bring it up the floor, trailing by 1 point. Bringing it across the center court stripe is Sasha Wood. Kicks it out to left wing side over to Wood. Ball's going to sail out of bounds. It's going to be poked out of bounds by Dade County, so it's going to stay with Darlington as we get ready for Emma Grace Wood to trigger things in motion here for the Tigers. More substitutions into the game here for Dade County. They are making so many substitutions, it's kind of hard to keep up with who all's on the floor for them. So Darlington set things in motion on offense. There's the shot. It caroms off the back of the rim. And that's going to be a turnover for the Tigers. And you can definitely tell it on the body language and facial expressions from Regina Logan tonight for Dade County. She is really fired up about the effort that she's getting from her Lady Wolverines tonight. For them to come on the road against a team that's 11-3, 4-0 in region play, while your team's 3-9 and 2-2 in region, and have the lead this far into the second quarter of the game, is something a lot of folks probably wouldn't have expected, including me. The first shot's on the way. She makes it. She'll get ready for the second. Allie Thompson at the free throw line here for Dade County at 16-14. Next shot is on the way, and that's going to carry them off the back of the rim. Rebound's going to be taken by Jordan. Bringing it up the floor is Sasha Wood here for the Tigers. A bounce pass to the right wing side to Dixon. She goes right to the hoop and puts it in. And that's going to tie things up at 16 apiece. Nobody was able to pick her up on defense as she went into the lane. Here comes Dade County on the other side of the floor. A block is going to be charged against Darlington. Coach Rush talking to the official who blew the whistle, trying to get a little bit of an explanation there. But that's going to send another Lady Wolverine to the free throw line. This time it's going to be Gross. First shot's on the way. That's going to go hard off the back of the rim. She'll get ready for her second free throw. We got 1:16 left to go in the first half of play with things knotted up at 16 apiece. This would give Dade the lead, but it rolls off the back of the rim. Dixon with the long rebound for the Tigers. They go back the other way. Now back to Dixon underneath. Hard off the glass, won't go. The putback, a little too strong. Another look here for Darlington. That one won't go, but they finally draw the contact and the foul. And we're going to see Emma Grace Wood go into the free throw line here for the Lady Tigers and shooting two with 1:05 left and the clock stopped here in the second quarter. So first shot on the way for Wood. That one's going to rattle in. She'll get ready for her second. That gives her team the lead, 17-16. Tight first half between these two teams. They've been battling, no doubt about it. Shot is on the way for Wood. That's going to bang hard off the back of the rim. Bit of contact on the attempt for the rebound. Well, there's going to be one more shot now here for Emma Grace. Shot is on the way, and it is through. I thought there was going to be a lane violation there, but didn't see the whistle. (18-16), Darlington leads it. We get ready for Dade County to inbound the basketball now trailing by 2 points here with 1:04 left to go in the first half of play. So we're almost to the halftime mark. Bringing up the floor is going to be Norwood. She'll dribble across the center court stripe, drives towards the right wing side, loses the handle. It's a foot race. Going down the floor is Sasha Wood, and she's going to slow up, and the Tigers will try to get it into the paint. That's going to be a turnover as the pass was picked off. Dade County with the ball. There's a three-point look. That's going to be left short. Ball rolls out of bounds, and it's coming back to Darlington. So 41.1 seconds left on the clock remaining here in the second quarter of the ball game. Tigers have got the ball and the lead, 18-16. Bringing it up the floor is going to be Sasha Wood. She leaves it off the left wing side. There's a two-pointer, a long shot. That's going to be left wide of the rim. Rebound's going to go to Dade County. 25 seconds left on the clock here in the half. Shot clock is turned off. Dade County with the ball, and that is going to be a travel. So it's coming back to the Tigers. They'll have an opportunity for the last shot of the half if they want it. 17.7 seconds left on the clock as we move towards the final seconds here of the half. Darlington with the basketball. Jump shot's going to be missed, but drawing the contact is going to be Sophie Shoemates. We're going to see her go to the charity stripe with 9.8 left on the clock here in the second quarter. Darlington with a narrow lead, 18-16 is your score. Darlington would lead at 6-4 after the first quarter. Shots on the way from Shoemate, and that is right through. Good looking free throw there by Shoemate. Sub into the game here for Dade County. Checking back in is KK Castleberry. Another substitution into the game here for Dade. This time it's Bree Marlowe. One more free throw coming up for Sophie Shoemate of the Tigers, and that one's right through as well. Good free throw shooting tonight for the Tigers. 9 seconds left on the clock. Dade County's got the ball and an opportunity for the last shot of the half if they can get it down the floor. 3 seconds. They're across the timeline, and they're going to turn it over. With 0.5 seconds left on the clock, Darlington's going to inbound the ball close to midcourt into the backcourt. There is a heave at the basket from half court, and that's going to be a miss. It had plenty of muscle, but it was wide to the right, and that is the end of the first half. So at the end of one half of play, your Darlington Tigers are on top by 4 points. 20-16 is your halftime score. Again, Darlington 20, Dade County 16. We're going to step out for a few minutes. We'll come back and relay the scoring from the first half. And again, we want to take this opportunity to thank you for watching tonight here to the live stream presented by Northwest Georgia Media. And do want to take this opportunity while we got a second to recognize the crew on cameras tonight: Carson and Braden Holder, director Nathan Patterson, replay Ryland Scott, scoreboard Uta Patterson, and of course with commentary for you tonight is me, Matt Davis. Glad to be with you as always. Let's take a few minutes of break, and then we'll come back and run down the scoring. We'll be back here on the Darlington live stream.
Shop for your next car, truck, or SUV at Riverside Auto Group. Check out riversideautogroup.com today to browse their selection, or visit with them in person at Riverside Chevrolet Buick GMC in Rome, Riverside Toyota in Rome, and the all-new Riverside Buick GMC Cadillac in Cartersville. Locally owned and operated by the Welburn family since 1974. That's Riverside Auto Group. Visit riversideautogroup.com.
At Rome Orthopedic Center, we salute students, freshmen and seniors, athletes and artists, first stringers and choral singers, band majors and game changers. We hope you never need orthopedic care, but if you do, choose the only practice in the Rome area solely dedicated to the orthopedic needs of the students and families in our community. Rome Orthopedic Center. To make an appointment, call 706-292-0040.
The most affordable bachelor's degree in Northwest Georgia is right here at Georgia Highlands College. High quality and career focused. That's what you can expect at GHC. Apply today at highlands.edu.
Welcome back live, everybody, inside the Van Ness Arena. We're on the beautiful Darlington School campus for you tonight to bring you live video coverage in case you couldn't make the game. And again, just want to take the opportunity to thank Northwest Georgia Media for giving me the call tonight of tonight's games. It's always a pleasure to be with you here for these broadcasts. But we'll go ahead and run down the scoring there from the first half. Darlington's on top by 4 points. 20-16 is your halftime score as Darlington plays Dade County Lady Wolverines here in a region matchup tonight in 7A Division I, and we'll break down the individual efforts in terms of scoring there from the first half. We're going to start with the Dade County Lady Wolverines trailing by 4 points in this game. They'd get 2 points from Adeline Gross, also 4 points from Andy Norwood, 2 points from Brooklyn Conrad, 2 points from Caitlin Stinnett. And then their leading scorer tonight and leading scorer overall in the basketball game is going to be Allie Thompson. She would pick up 6 points, and all of her points would come in the second quarter so far in this basketball game. That should all add up to their 16. Meanwhile, for the Darlington Lady Tigers, who are on top by 4 points, you'd get 3 points from Emma Hunt, a three-pointer in the second quarter for her, 4 points from Caroline Jordan, 2 in the first quarter, 2 in the second quarter, 2 points for Sasha Wood, 2 for Presley Dixon, 2 points for Emma Grace Wood, as well as 2 for Sophie Shoemate. And the leading scorer tonight for Darlington Lady Tigers is Jai Johnson. Through our first half of play, she would notch 5 points there in that first half, with 2 field goals in the first quarter, and then she had a free throw in the second quarter. All that adds up to Darlington's 20 points. So again, here at halftime, Darlington leads this one by a score of 20-16 against the Dade County Lady Wolverines. Now, to talk a little bit about what's coming up here for these teams taking place here in this basketball game tonight. The Darlington Lady Tigers obviously playing Dade County at home tonight. The next game is going to be at Tryon High School coming up on the 7th, which is tomorrow. So they're going to be on the road tomorrow for a 6 o'clock tilt. Or rather a 3 o'clock tilt against the Tryon Bulldogs, so looking forward to that one. And then they will be back home coming up on the 10th to take on Almerchi. So that'll be, a couple more region games coming up over the next few days. So looking forward to that. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and take another break. Again, we're glad you're with us tonight here on the live stream. We're going to step out for a few minutes and hear a word from the sponsors of the video broadcast tonight. But it's halftime. Darlington Lady Tigers leading the Dade County Lady Wolverines by a score of 20-16. We're back in a few minutes for the start of the second half. We'll return.
At Rome Orthopedic Center, we salute students, freshmen and seniors, athletes and artists, first stringers and choral singers, band majors and game changers. We hope you never need orthopedic care, but if you do, choose the only practice in the Rome area solely dedicated to the orthopedic needs of the students and families in our community. Rome Orthopedic Center. To make an appointment, call 706-292-0040.
You belong at Georgia Highlands College. Helping you achieve your college and career goals is important to us because your success matters at GHC. Apply today at highlands.edu. The most affordable bachelor's degree in Northwest Georgia is right here at Georgia Highlands College. High quality and career focused. That's what you can expect at GHC. Apply today at highlands.edu.
Shop for your next car, truck, or SUV at Riverside Auto Group. Check out riversideautogroup.com today to browse their selection or visit with them in person at Riverside Chevrolet Buick GMC in Rome, Riverside Toyota in Rome, and the all-new Riverside Buick GMC Cadillac in Cartersville. Locally owned and operated by the Welburn family since 1974. That's Riverside Auto Group. Visit riversideautogroup.com.
Darlington Basketball would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of this year's live stream: Riverside Auto Group, Rome Orthopedic Center, Georgia Highlands College, and Atrium Health Floyd. Thank you for your support. This broadcast is a production of Northwest Georgia Media. Thank you for watching.
9 seconds until we resume play here in this Region 7A Division I game between your Darlington Tigers and the Dade County Wolverines. Here in girls basketball, we're going to have a boys game coming up for you a little bit later on tonight. That one's scheduled to get underway about 7:30. We'll see if we stay on target in terms of the time. Do want to mention this again in case you're just tuning in, but we had a JV girls game just before this game would take place, and it was successful for Darlington. They would win that game by a final score of 46-8 over Dade County. So congratulations to the JV team on a really dominant victory here earlier this afternoon at Darlington School in the Van Ness Arena. Well, time ticking away here in our halftime. We'll remind you, Darlington up by 4 points over Dade County, 20-16. Leading scorer for the Tigers so far in this game is Jaja Johnson, the senior, with 5 points. Leading scorer overall, though, is for Dade County and Allie Thompson, who had 6 points there in the first half. All of her points were in the second quarter of the basketball game. And if the first half's any indication of how this game goes the rest of the way, we could have another tight half of basketball. Both these teams are really getting after it here in this game tonight. Bringing it across the center court stripe after taking the inbound pass in the backcourt was Allie Cordell. Darlington with the basketball. They open up with possession of it to start the second half. We're in the third quarter now. They work it around the perimeter. Great ball movement. Sets up an open three, but that one's a little bit too strong and rolls across the rim. But it stays with Darlington after they get a long rebound. They go right to the paint. Shooting and missing is going to be Caroline Brewster, but she drew some contacts. We're going to see her go to the free throw line. This will be her first trip to the stripe in the basketball game. So she stands at the free throw line with 2 shots coming up. First shot's on the way. That one's going to be through, and that's been one of the highlights of this game here for Darlington. They've done a great job from the charity stripe, and that's one of the reasons why they've got the lead right now. They're up by 5 points. Another free throw shot on the way. That one's going to bang hard at the back of the rim. Dade County gets the rebound. They're coming back the other way with it. Grabbing that board was Norwood. Across the timeline she goes, picks up her dribble, fires it back out around the perimeter to Thompson. Long three-point look. Oh, my goodness. What a shot from Thompson. She's now got 9 points, and that's going to cut it to a 21-19 ball game. Firing it inside to Johnson, now back up top to Brewster. Brewster lobs it back into Johnson. Now they kick it back out. There's Shoemate for 2, and that one sails out of bounds. So that's going to be a turnover here for the Tigers. It's coming back to Dade County. So Dade County has cut it to a 2-point ball game with that three-pointer that was just made by Norwood. Or Thompson, rather. Here comes Dade County across the timeline. They're going to leave it off for Thompson, who's had the hot hand for them in this game. She goes right to the paint, puts it up, misses. Ball's going to be collected by the Tigers, and they will come back the other way with it. They fire off the left wing side. Brewster's got it over on the left wing. Now goes back around. They'll reverse it to the right wing side, now into the hands of Shoemate. Back up top, there's Brewster. Had a thought about the three, passed it to a teammate. That's going to go off the back of the rim. Rebound's going to be taken by Dade and Norwood. Here comes Norwood across the center court stripe, dribbles up towards the top of the key. Now she'll fire left, gets it in the hands of Stinnett. She's at the top, at the high post, leaves it off for Thompson. Now they get it inside towards Norwood. Ball's loose on the floor, diving for it with Stinnett. And that's going to be a turnover for Dade County. So it's coming back to the Tigers. Tigers lead it by 2, 21-19 with 6:14 remaining here in the third quarter of the basketball game. We'll get ready for Caroline Brewster to trigger it in here for the Tigers. And a substitution is made here for Dade County. Checking out of the game was Allie Thompson. Brewster with the basketball, drives towards the low block, puts it up. Nobody picked her up as she went into the lane. Collects an easy bucket. That's 23-19, a 4-point lead now for Darlington with under 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Ball is nearly stolen away. A jump ball is going to be forced as Dade County hangs onto the ball for dear life. But the possession arrow this time swings in Darlington's direction. Officials are going to have a little bit of a conversation about it. And it actually is going to be with Dade County. So the Lady Wolverines are set to fire it in on their side of the floor. They will toss it in to Norwood. Norwood dribbles, tries to get around a defender, fires it off to the right wing side. Now back out to Norwood, dribbles baseline, steps on the baseline, and that's going to be a turnover. So it's coming back to the Tigers, with the Tigers leading at 23-19 with 5:43 left to go here in the third quarter. Allie Cordell fires to the right wing side to Hunt. Now back up to Brewster, who goes towards the paint, leaves it off for Jai Johnson, who cuts towards the basket, puts it up, misses the shot, but draws the contact. So we're going to see Jai going to the free throw line. She's got 5 points in the game. Well, I thought she was going to go to the free throw line. Nope, she is. As a substitution gets ready to check into the game here for Darlington as well as Dade County. Johnson at the stripe, puts up the shot. That one's going to go off the back of the rim. Won't fall. 2 subs into the game here for Dade County. Johnson with one more free throw on the way. And that was going to rattle around the rim and through. So Jai makes one of the pair. She's got 6 points, and Darlington back out to a 5-point lead in this very close back and forth affair between these two teams. Dade County set to trigger it in. They're going to be greeted by some pressure here. They try to work around in front of the Darlington bench. They're across the timeline, dribble across the floor around the pressure. Now they go off the left wing side, down the low block. They'll pick it up, try to kick it back out around the key. Lost the handle for a second, but retains possession. Dade County with the basketball trailing. Trying to get some ball movement going, and that was some shuffling of the feet movement in front of the officials. So that'll be a turnover, and it's coming back to Darlington with a 5-point lead. 5:12 remaining to go in the third quarter of the basketball game. Tigers are going to bring it up the floor in the hands of Allie Cordell. She's across the timeline and quick. Fires off to the right wing side to Shoemate. Will stop. Crisp pass off to the left wing side. Now back around to Shoemate. Takes a look at the basket. Now kicks it out. There's a three-point look, and that one's going to be off the front of the rim. But Jordan's there for the rebound for Darlington and gets fouled. This one's on the floor, so we're going to see Darlington inbound the ball from underneath their own basket. Caroline Brewster surveying the floor as substitutions come back into the game here for Dade County. Stinnett and Norwood check back into the game here for the Lady Wolverines. Brewster continues to survey the floor. She's going to pass it to left wing side. Now back to Brewster, who came in from the baseline, goes right to the paint, puts it up, misses. Rebound's going to be taken by Dade County. The Lady Wolverines go quickly the other way. Ball's poked loose. Great hands by Allie Cordell to knock that one free, and now Darlington comes back the other way with it. Brewster dribbles baseline, and that's going to be an offensive foul as Dade County was able to get their feet set on the other end and draw the charge. So Dade County set to inbound the ball with Darlington leading it by 5 points, and we're going to have a timeout on the floor. I believe Coach Logan called that for Dade County, so we're going to do the same. 4:33 left to go here in the third quarter of the basketball game. Your Darlington Lady Tigers with the lead, 24-19, a 5-point lead over Dade County. We're back in 30 seconds.
You belong at Georgia Highlands College. Helping you achieve your college and career goals is important to us because your success matters at GHC. Apply today at highlands.edu.
Arena, Darlington on top with 4:33 left to go in the third quarter of the game. 24-19 is your current score. Darlington in the game would outscore Dade County 6-4. In the first quarter, they would lead at 20-16, a 4-point lead at halftime, and now their lead stands at 5 here 4 minutes. Almost, well, not quite 4 minutes into the third quarter of the basketball game. So Dade County's going to trigger it in on offense out of the timeout taken by their head coach, Logan. A little bit of pressure here from Darlington, and Dade County's able to handle it, get around it, but it did take some effort, no doubt about it. Stopping with the ball is going to be Allie Thompson, and she'll turn it over. So it's coming back to the Tigers. Tigers with a 5-point lead and an opportunity to have their lead grow after the turnover from Dade County. They'll bring it in from the backcourt. Across the timeline goes Allie Cordell. No, that wasn't Cordell. That was Emma Hunt. Ball is stolen away by Dade County. They go to the low block. Ball is stripped loose, kept in bounds. Great play there by Allie Cordell. Here comes the Tigers on the other end, all alone, off the glass, in and out. Can't get the shot, Presley Dixon, but another look is on the way. This time she knocks it through. So Tigers increase their lead. 26-19 is the score, 7-point lead. I believe that matches their highest lead of the game. There's a three-pointer on the other end. Jacks that one up a little bit out of range. Rebound is collected by Dade County, and that'll be a double dribble. So this is coming back to the Tigers. Great opportunity for the Lady Tigers here to step on the gas a little bit. 3:38 left to go here in the third quarter. Darlington just picking up 2 points and increasing their lead to 7 points, 26-19. And then Dade County turns it over on the other end. A little bit of a discussion between officials. Now one of the officials is going to walk over to Regina Logan, the head coach of Dade County, with a little bit of explanation. And their conversation's over. Darlington gets set to inbound the ball in front of the Dade County bench. To trigger it in is Emma Hunt. She'll fire it into Allie Cordell, who's across the timeline with it. Fires it right wing side, now into the corner to the right wing. Back up top to Shoemate. On the left wing side, open three. That's in and out. Ball is going to be chased after, and we're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow this time is staying with the Tigers. So the Lady Tigers set to inbound the ball underneath their own basket from the baseline with 3:21 left to go in the third quarter, and the Tigers leading it by 7. So Shoemate from the baseline surveys the floor, looks around, finds an open teammate in Emma Hunt. Now they work it around the left wing side to Shoemate. Bounces the ball on the floor one time. Now they work it all the way around to the other side on the right wing. Three-point shot jacked up and missed. Rebound taken by Dade County, but it's back with the Tigers off the glass and in. There was a foul that was going to be charged against Dade County, and it was after the shot. So she does make the basket, and she's going to have an opportunity for a three-point play. If she makes this, it's a 10-point ball game in favor of the Tigers. Shots on the way. That one rattles off the rim. Rebound's going to be taken by Dade County, and they will try to work around Darlington's defense and get it on the other side of the floor. Norwood with it, spins around as she goes across the timeline, goes right to the top of the key, leaves it off for a teammate who cuts towards the basket. They kick it out. There's the three-point look, and she drills it. What a nice-looking shot. And first basket of the night by KK Castleberry. That cuts it back to a 6-point ball game. 28-22, Darlington on top. Darlington on the other end of the floor with it. They work it around the left wing side. They try to feed it underneath. And one pass was one pass too many. It's picked off by Dade County. And we're going to have a jump ball. A lot of jump balls in the game tonight. Of course, that's been a trend this season. Every game I've been to has just been a multitude of jump balls called in every game. We got a battle tonight between your Darlington Lady Tigers and the Dade County Lady Wolverines. Both teams bringing the heat tonight. Dade County's got it. They're going to try to work it up the floor. Caitlin Stinnett across the timeline, leaves it off for Castleberry. She'll pick it up and give it to Norwood. 2:10 left to go in the third quarter. Pass is going to go out of bounds. So it's coming back to the Tigers. She gave a good chase after the ball, but couldn't quite catch up to it. Lost her momentum, or couldn't stop her momentum, rather, and ended up in the scorers table. Here comes Darlington back the other way. Johnson's going to leave it off for Brewster. Brewster now dribbles, kicks it back out. They work it around the left wing side. Shot is going to be in between the backboard and the basket. Nearly got wedged in. Dade County got the rebound. They're going back the other way with it. Norwood's at the free throw line, kicks it out to Castleberry, shakes off a defender, decides not to shoot, now passes it back to Norwood with 1:40 left to go in the third quarter. Now they'll back into the paint. Shot is up. It's a miss. Rebound's going to go to Darlington, and Sophie Shoemate pulled that one down. Here come the Tigers back the other way. Brewster thought about the three, had second thoughts. Now they work it around to the reverse side on the right wing. They try to lob it inside to Shoemate. It's not loose, but they retain possession. Johnson off the glass and through. Johnson with her first field goal of the third quarter. That's going to bring it back to an 8-point lead here for Darlington. 30-22 at the 1:08 mark here of the third quarter. Norwood with it for Dade County on the other side of the floor. We're down to the 1 minute mark officially now, under a minute to play. Dade County with the basketball, 18 seconds on the shot clock. They'll go for the layup. Shots missed. Rebound's going to be taken by Darlington and Shoemate. Here come the Tigers on the other end. Underneath, off the glass. Well, tried to get it off the glass. It was Brewster, missed the layup. And we're going to have a timeout called by the head coach of the Darlington Lady Tigers, Samantha Rush. So we'll do the same. 43.4 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Darlington leading it 30-22 over Dade County. We're back in 30 seconds.
Shop for your next car, truck, or SUV at Riverside Auto Group. Check out riversideautogroup.com today to browse their selection, or visit with them in person at Riverside Chevrolet Buick GMC in Rome, Riverside Toyota in Rome, and the all-new Riverside Buick GMC Cadillac in Cartersville. Locally owned and operated by the Welburn family since 1974. That's Riverside Auto Group. Visit riversideautogroup.com.
43.4 seconds left on the clock in the third quarter. Darlington with an 8-point, 30-22 lead over Dade County. Darlington would lead at 6-4 after the first quarter, 20-16 after the first half buzzer. And now, as we're almost done with the third quarter, they have an 8-point lead. But Dade County just keeps punching back here in this basketball game. Dade County trying to break a 4-game losing streak. Darlington has a 1-game streak they'd like to add to. Here comes Dade County down the other end of the floor. They go right to the low block. They shoot, miss the shot, and that's going to be a block that's going to be charged against Darlington. And we're going to see free throw shots coming up here for Dade County. We got a player down on the floor, and it looked like she hit her head as she was going down. So Coach Logan's going to come out and take a look at her. She's sitting up right now. Now the athletic trainer comes over here for Dade County to take a look as well, actually, from Darlington. Donnie's out there having a look at her. And I think she might have just kind of got her bell rung a little bit. Not sure where she impacted. But right now, again, coach and trainer having a look at that young lady, and she is up. Gets a round of applause here from fans on both sides. She's going to check out of the basketball game. That's KK Castleberry. And going to the free throw line and shooting is going to be Andy Norwood. So Norwood goes to the free throw line. 39.6 seconds left on the clock. So Norwood with 2 shots. First one's on the way, a high-arcing shot, and that one's right through. So get ready for her second. That cuts it to a 7-point ball game. Darlington on top. Norwood at the free throw line with one more free throw, and it's on the way and through as well. That cuts it back to a 7-point ball game. 30-23, Darlington on top. They've got the basketball. Fire it to the right wing side. Shoemate's got it in the right wing corner. Now back around to Johnson. Up top to Sasha Wood, and whistle's going to be blown by the official, and a foul's going to be charged against Dade County. So we get ready for the Tigers to inbound the ball here from the near side, on their side of the floor from the sidelines. Sasha Wood surveys the floor, looking to trigger it in, and she's going to fire it to the left wing side to Emma Hunt. Now they work it back up to Sasha, now back to Hunt. She fires it off to Johnson with 21 seconds left on the clock in the third quarter. 15 seconds on the shot clock. There's a three-pointer high off the back of the rim and over the backboard, so that's going to be out of bounds against Darlington. It's coming back to Dade County with 14.9 seconds left in the third quarter and the shot clock turned off. So Dade County with a really key position here. If they can get a basket and the momentum going into the final quarter of the basketball game, that could be huge for their effort. Here comes Dade County across the timeline. Norwood's got it. Spins around as she goes towards the low block. Tries to leave it for a teammate. Ball is batted loose. And that is the end of the third quarter. So great defense on the other side by Darlington to prevent an opportunity there for Dade County as they were looking for the last shot of the third quarters. So with that said, at the end of the third quarter, Darlington leads it by a score of 30-24. We're going to send it back to the studio for a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back for the final quarter after these messages on the video stream. In just a moment, with Darlington leading it 30-24, a 6-point lead as we enter the final 8 minutes of the basketball game. Dade County trying to inbound the ball. It's going to be picked off by Sasha Wood. The Tigers have got it. Here they come back the other way. Allie Cordell with it across the center court stripe, leaves it off for Sasha Wood on the left wing side, drives towards the paint, puts it up, and it's going to be fouled. So we're going to see Wood going to the free throw line, shooting 2. Nope. It was on the floor, so correction on that. We get ready for Darlington to inbound the basketball from the baseline underneath their own basket. They're going to feed it out to Shoemate. Stops, pops from the free throw line. That one rattles in. Sophie Shoemate now with 4 points in the game, and Darlington increases their lead back to 8. 32-24, 7:35 left to go in the ball game. Dade County with the basketball, working it to one of their playmakers. They get it inside the paint and shovels her feet. In front of the official, that's a turnover. It's coming back to the Tigers. So Sasha Wood is going to trigger it in here for the Lady Tigers. And they will get it into Allie Cordell, who brings it across the timeline. Fires to Wood, now to Johnson on the left wing side. Drives the lane, turns, shoots, and that's going to be left short. Ball's going to be pulled down by Dade County. Knocked out of bounds by Darlington, so it's coming back to the Dade County Lady Wolverines as we get ready for Stinnett to inbound the basketball here for the Lady Wolverines. Tries to get it to Norwood, poked out of bounds. Good hands there by Allie Cordell. And we get ready for Jaja Johnson. Well, for Caitlin Stinnett to inbound the ball for Dade County. They're going to get it into Norwood. Norwood will dribble across the center court stripe. Now dribbles off towards the low block on the left side. Is going to be down on the floor with the basketball and travels. So we're going to have a turnover. Darlington is going to get the ball back with 7:03 remaining here in the basketball game. Boys basketball coming up in just a little bit. Upon the conclusion of this one, there'll be a little bit of a break in between games to get everything set for that one. More fans filing in to the Huffman Center here on the Darlington School campus, playing in the Van Ness Arena tonight. Great atmosphere for a ball game. It's been a good one so far, no doubt about it. Cordell's got it, back out to Shoemate. Shoemate on to Sasha Wood. Good ball movement here from the Tigers. Open look at a 3, and that one is through. Connecting was Emma Hunt, her second 3 of the basketball game, and just like that, it's a 9-point lead for the Tigers. That'll help. 35-24, 6:34 left to go in the ball game. Dade County with the basketball. They shake off a couple of defenders. Ball's knocked loose. It's in the hands of Emma Hunt. She's going coast to coast, loses the handle, got a little bit out of control, going towards the other side. And it's coming back to Dade County. Checking back into the game for Dade is going to be Bree Marlowe. Stinnett set to trigger it in motion here for Dade County on offense for Dade. Ellie Thompson. A little bit of contact there in front of the official. That's going to be a turnover. It's coming back to the Tigers. Set to trigger it in is going to be Sasha Wood. Jaja Johnson is going to check out of the game. Got a little bit emotional there, and I think Coach Rush wanted to kind of reel that back in just a little bit, so she'll check out momentarily. Darlington's got the basketball. They work it around the perimeter. Sasha Wood with it on the right wing side. Now kicks it back out. There's a three-point look. That one won't go. Bangs hard off the rim. A long rebound's going to be taken by Dade, but the ball's poked loose by Shoemate. She's got it. Darlington's got the basketball in a 9-point lead with 5:50 left to go in the ball game. Here's Shoemate with it. Fires it to the left wing side. Gets it over to Emma Hunt. Now back around to Jordan. On to Sasha Wood. Almost had her pocket picked, but collects the pass, and now Darlington works it around the perimeter now. They're going to kick it back out. There's a long three-point look. That one's going to go off the backboard and the rim, but it's staying with the Tigers. They get the long rebound, fired inside to Jordan, backs her way in off the glass and through. Caroline Jordan now with 6 points. Darlington up by 37-24, and they're starting to take control of this basketball game. It's taken a while for them to do it, but now it feels like they're in control. Shot is up, missed, a one-and-done trip for Dade County. Tigers are going to bring it back up the other side of the floor. Across the timeline goes Cordell. Darlington with the basketball. It seems like they may get a little bit more at this point with each possession. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Shot from the free throw line on the way. It is missed, hard off the back of the rim. Rebound's going to be taken by Dade County. The Wolverines are going to muscle up the floor and quick. Ball's knocked loose on the floor. Good hands knocking it loose by Emma Hunt. Collecting it was Allie Cordell. She'll fire it to Sasha Wood underneath. Puts up the shot, misses. We're going to see Sasha going to the free throw line after drawing the contact. So she'll have 2 shots. Darlington now leads it by 13 points with 4:38 remaining to go in the ball game. Substitution set to check into the game here for both teams. And Wood at the free throw line puts the first one through, gets ready for a second. Darlington now with a 14-point lead. Jaja Johnson checks back into the game. Caroline Brewster on the floor for Darlington, as well as Sasha Wood at the free throw line, Allie Cordell and Emma Hunt. So Sasha Wood at the free throw line, getting ready to shoot her last free throw of this pair. It's on the way, and that one's going to bang off the back of the rim. Chasing down the rebound is going to be number 40, Brooklyn Conrad for Dade County. She's trapped over in the corner, and that's going to be a tie-up, jump ball. Possession arrow is pointing in Darlington's direction. So Darlington's going to have the ball with 4:31 left to go in the ball game, leading at 38-24. Darlington off the inbound pass. Caroline Brewster with it over in the corner on the right wing side. Dribbles towards the baseline. She'll kick it back out. No look there, so they'll fire it back out. There's a long three-point look. That one's going to go off the front of the rim. Barely catches iron. Rebound's going to be taken by Dade County. Wolverines will bring it up the other side of the floor. Allie Thompson with it, dribbles off to the left wing side. Now she'll back up, kicks it back up to the top of the key, and Gross. They'll work it around to KK Castleberry. KK at the high post, feeds it off to the left wing side. Dribbling baseline was Thompson and gets fouled. So we're going to see Allie Thompson at the free throw line. She leads all scorers for Dade County with 9 points. Trying to help get her team back in it. Still time left in this game. A half a quarter is left. There's the free throw shot. That's off the back of the rim. She'll get ready for her second free throw. So if Dade County can make a couple of shots here and there and find themselves at the charity stripe, there's still enough time left in this game for them to try to climb back in it. But they got to make the free throws. They make the second one. That brings it to a 13-point game, 38-25. With just under 4 minutes to play here in the ball game. Jaja onto the left wing side pass. Back up top to Caroline Brewster. Brewster dribbles towards the free throw line. They kick it out. And the whistle is going to go against Darlington. I believe they got Brewster with that one. So it's coming back to Dade County. Substitutions set to come into the game, and that was actually 5 fouls on Caroline Brewster, so she'll be disqualified the rest of the game, so she'll have a seat. So they'll have to finish up this game without her. Dade County's got the ball. They're going to bring it up the floor. Now they get it over to Allie Thompson. Thompson will dribble across the center court stripe, lobs it down low. They lose control, try to keep it in bounds, but it's going to bounce out of bounds around the baseline, so it's coming back to the Darlington Lady Tigers with 3:31 left to go in the ball game. Emma Hunt triggers it in. She gets it into Allie Cordell, the senior, who's going to bring it across the center court stripe to Shoemate. Onto the left wing side they go. Darlington working the ball around the perimeter. Now Jaja Johnson stops and pops from the free throw line. That's going to be a miss. Rebound's going to be taken by Dade County. And a push is going to be charged against Darlington and Emma Hunt. We'll get ready for Dade County to inbound the basketball as another substitution checks into the game here for Dade County. So the Wolverines set to trigger it in, greeted by some pressure here from Darlington's defense. They'll dribble down towards the sidelines in front of the Darlington bench. Now cut it up towards the middle of the floor. Stinette's across the timeline. In between the circles they are with it. Castleberry now with the basketball, drives towards the lane, kicks it out. There is a long three-point attempt by Allie Thompson that is good. And that's going to cut it to a 10-point ball game, 38-28 with 2:56 left to go with Darlington on top. Timeout on the floor. We're going to take it as well. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Darlington Basketball would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of this year's live stream: Riverside Auto Group, Rome Orthopedic Center, Georgia Highlands College, and Atrium Health Floyd. Thank you for your support. This broadcast is a production of Northwest Georgia Media. Thank you for watching.
Play with 2:56 left to go in the basketball game. Darlington leads at 38-28. Allie Thompson with a timely three to try to keep the Dade County Lady Wolverines in contention in this basketball game. Darlington in control at this point. Shot is off the glass and through. Took a couple of shots to get it done. Emma Hunt with the putback knocks it through with 2:38 remaining to go. And now Darlington back out to a 12-point lead. Dade across the timeline. Norwood with it in her hands. Spins around, kicks it out. There is Castleberry for three, a miss. And a battle ensues to try to get the rebound. Jordan comes up with it here for Darlington. Tigers are going to bring it up the floor. We're closing in on the 2-minute mark of the ball game. Johnson, the bounce pass inside to Shoemate, gets knocked loose. Pinballs off a couple of players. And we're going to have a whistle by the official over on the baseline and a foul. Going to be charged against Dade County. So we get ready for Darlington to inbound the basketball. Sophie Shoemate will survey the floor and get ready to trigger it in. Checking out of the game is going to be Allie Thompson, who's just had a whale of a basketball game. What a great effort from that young lady in this game. She is very emotional right now, and understandably so. She's given everything she has to this basketball game, and her team trails by 12 points. Jaja Johnson now on to Shoemate. Three-point look. That one's off the back of the iron. Rebound's going to be taken by Dade County. Dade will bring it up the floor. Under 2 minutes to play in the ball game now with Darlington leading it by 12. There's Castleberry for three. That's off the mark. Rebound's going to be taken by Darlington. Jaja Johnson leaves it off for Cordell, who's going to bring it up the floor here for Darlington. Fires it to left wing side, and Emma Hunt now back up to Jaja Johnson. Drives towards the paint. And a whistle is going to be blown against Dade County. .138 remains here in the ball game. Darlington set to trigger it in on offense, leading this ball game. 25 seconds left on the shot clock. Shoemate surveys the floor. She's going to heave it into the left wing side. There's a three-point look created, missed. Long rebound's going to be taken by Jordan. She'll turn, shoot. That one caroms off the rim. Rebound's going to be taken by Dade County and Norwood. Dade will bring it up the floor there across the timeline. Now go right towards the paint. Ball is going to be collected off the floor by Darlington, but it goes right back to Dade. Turning and shooting and scoring is going to be number 40, Brooklyn Conrad. Her second basket of the game. She got fouled, so she's got a three-point opportunity, and this could cut it down to single digits here. But we're going to have a timeout, and she'll have a little bit of time to think about this free throw as she gets ready to try to convert a three-point play. Coach Russ calls the timeout. So 1:17 left to go in the ball game. Darlington leads it by 10, 40-30 your score. Let's step out for 30 seconds.
The
most affordable bachelor's degree in Northwest Georgia is right here at Georgia Highlands College. High quality and career focused. That's what you can expect at GHC. Apply today at highlands.edu.
All right, folks, we welcome you back inside the Van Ness Arena, and I hope you had a wonderful Christmas season, holiday season, New Year. All the good stuff comes along with it, and the transition back into the real world and the regular routine has gone smoothly for you. It's taken me a little bit of time to adjust, and it's hard for me to believe that it's already January the 6th. When we open up next week, we're going to be closing in the halfway mark of January. It'll be spring before you know it. But we've got a three-point opportunity here for Dade County as Brooklyn Conrad goes to the free throw line, trying to wrap up a three-point play here. Conrad puts up the shot, and that one's three. So that cuts it to a 9-point ball game with 1:17 left to go, and you got to tip your cap to this Dade County Lady Wolverines team that came into the night 3-9, facing an 11-3 and 4-0 in region play team that has been outstanding throughout the season. Dade County's come to play, and they've been very competitive in this ball game. Darlington with the ball. They kick it out to the right wing side. Now back up top. Being very deliberate with the basketball here on this possession. They're going to eat up as much of this shot clock as they possibly can. Ball's poked loose and out of bounds by the Wolverines. It's going to stay with Darlington, but with 8 seconds on the shot clock, they're going to have to move fast to get the ball towards the rim to avoid the violation. Jaja Johnson makes her move off the inbound pass right to the bucket and scores. Jaja with 10 points in the game, 42-31 your score, and with 35 seconds on the clock, I think time's run out on Dade County. They've got the ball on the other end. Ball gets loose from them, but they retain possession of the ball. 25 seconds now on the clock, 20 on the shot clock. Ball is going to be tied up by Jaja Johnson. The jump ball is called. Possession arrow points in Dade County's direction. So 23.9 seconds left on the clock. Dade County set to inbound the ball. 18 seconds on the shot clock. They will inbound the ball from the baseline underneath their own basket. Crisp pass on the inbound pass. And now they'll fire it underneath. Ball is going to carry them off her foot and out of bounds. I think it might have been poked free by Darlington, so it stays with Dade County. So the Lady Wolverines set to trigger it in with 17.4 seconds left on the clock. 15 seconds, they've got the ball. Dade County with it. Norwood will try to heave it towards a teammate underneath the basket. She'll collect the ball, kicks it back out. 6 seconds on the clock. That's a shot clock violation. And it's coming back to the Tigers, and they'll basically be able to just dribble out the final seconds of this ball game. I would imagine that Coach Logan at this point, with her team down 42-31, is not going to instruct her team to foul. No reason to do that at this point in time. So 4.4 seconds left on the clock. Going to have some pressure. They're going to battle to the final seconds, folks. Shoemate's got it. Now they'll dribble out the final seconds of the clock in the hands of Cordell, and that is it. Darlington will win it. Your final score, 42-31, as Darlington picks up another region victory. Their overall record moves to 12-3. More importantly, Region 7A Division I, the Lady Tigers remain perfect. They are 5-0 in region play. Well, folks, we're going to send it back to the studio for a couple of minutes break. We'll come back, run down the scoring from the basketball game, and begin to the stage here for the boys game, which is coming up in just a little bit. Glad you're with us tonight on the video stream. We'll return.
At Rome Orthopedic Center, we salute students, freshmen and seniors, athletes and artists, first stringers and choral singers, band majors and game changers. We hope you never need orthopedic care, but if you do, choose the only practice in the Rome area solely dedicated to the orthopedic needs of the students and families in our community. Rome Orthopedic Center. To make an appointment, call 706-292-0040.
most affordable bachelor's degree in Northwest Georgia is right here at Georgia Highlands College. High quality and career focused. That's what you can expect at GHC. Apply today at highlands.edu.
Shop for your next car, truck, or SUV at Riverside Auto Group. Check out riversideautogroup.com today to browse their selection or visit with them in person at Riverside Chevrolet Buick GMC in Rome, Riverside Toyota in Rome, and the all-new Riverside Buick GMC Cadillac in Cartersville. Locally owned and operated by the Welburn family since 1974. That's Riverside Auto Group. Visit riversideautogroup.com.
Huffman Center. We're in the Van Ness Arena tonight with a doubleheader. We've just concluded the first part of that doubleheader, and it was victorious for the Darlington Lady Tigers, picking up the 42-31 victory over Dade County Lady Wolverines that came in and really gave the Tigers a battle throughout the course of the basketball game. No question about it. It was 6-4 at the end of the first quarter. At halftime, a 4-point ball game with Darlington leading at 20-16. At the end of the third quarter, Darlington had created a little bit more separation, but only leading it by 6 at that point, 30-24. But then they would close out strong, outscoring Dade County 12-7 in the fourth quarter of the basketball game to conclude the game with a 42-31 victory. But again, a tip of the cap to Dade County Lady Wolverines, Regina Logan and her team, because they really battled tonight, outmatched against Darlington, and really gave them a game. So their season record for Dade County is going to fall to 3-10 and 2-3 in region play. But I would say, I haven't seen this team play but tonight, but I would say this is a team that's improving as the course of the season goes on. So she's got to be proud of the effort that she got from her team tonight. And again, congratulations to Samantha Rush and the Darlington Lady Tigers as they would come out victorious tonight without the services of Georgiana Dempsey, who is really one of the key cogs in the success of the Darlington team. So without her, they were able to find a way to win this game. Again, by a final score of 42-31, so a successful night for the Darlington Lady Tigers. Here's the breakdown of the scoring from the game. 3 points for KK Castleberry of Dade County, 2 for Adeline Gross, 6 for Andy Norwood, 5 points for Josie Daniels, 2 points for Caitlin Stinnett. The leading scorer of the night of the ball game for Dade County and of the ball game, Allie Thompson, will have 13 points. She would foul out of the basketball game, but absolutely left everything she had on the floor tonight. Was very emotional having to leave the game, and you love to see that kind of passion and, in terms of an effort from, players like that in this basketball game. So I was really impressed by her and her teammates' effort in the game. Darlington Lady Tigers, meanwhile, would have 3 points from Emma Hunt, 3 from Sasha Wood, 4 from Presley Dixon. Emma Grace Wood would have 2 points, 4 points for Sophie Shoemate. Then you'd have 6 points from Caroline Jordan, 8 points for Emma Hunt, and the leading scorer tonight for the Darlington Lady Tigers, who were victorious, was Jai Johnson, who would score 10 points in tonight's ball game. So again, congratulations to the Darlington Lady Tigers and Samantha Rush on a 42-31 victory over Dade County Lady Wolverines to remain perfect in 7A Division I play. Well, that puts a wrap on our broadcast here of the girls' game. We turn our attention to boys basketball, where the Darlington Tigers are getting ready to take on the Dade County Wolverines. Looking forward to that one coming up as our nightcap in just a little bit. Going to get a little bit of a late start. Originally planned for 7:30. It looks like this one will tip more about 7:40. So stick around, everybody. More hoops coming up next here on the YouTube stream produced by Northwest Georgia Media on the Darlington School YouTube channel. We'll return.